Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim Nackarin. Want to get to some of the top stories that we're following right now, and then we're going to get to our forecast. But I do want to begin with a developing story that we are following at the moment, and this is out of Southwest Atlanta. Pardon me, I'm just having a little bit of difficulty pulling up the video here. But here's the shooting scene that is under investigation right now. Like I mentioned, this is in Southwest Atlanta. 2 people are now in the hospital. Investigators are telling us that there was a fight between an ex-boyfriend and a current boyfriend that ended in gunfire. It happened on Atwood Street at Greenwich Street. Both individuals were taken to Grady Memorial Hospital to be treated. The ex-boyfriend apparently now in critical condition. But again, this investigation is still underway. It's a story that we're going to continue to follow here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. So stay up to date with all the details with us right here. Also want to get to this story of a shooting outside a Six Flags here in Georgia.
People come to Six Flags to have a good time, and I feel like it's just uncalled for.
And so, we are still waiting for an update now on a 15-year-old's condition after he was shot by a Cobb County police officer outside Six Flags over Georgia this past weekend. So police say it happened after shots were fired at them from a group of people, and fights involving hundreds of people broke out inside the park. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson has details.
And I feel like it's just uncalled.
Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson has details, and she is reporting from Grady Memorial Hospital.
At last check, that 15-year-old was in critical condition here at Grady Memorial Hospital. And while we do not have the names of anyone involved, park goers and community activists say they are furious about what happened near Six Flags over Georgia, and they're calling for change. Cobb County police say this happened a little after 6 on Saturday night. They say it all started when an unruly crowd of about 500 to 600 people began fighting inside the park. Police were able to get them outside the park gate, but that's when they say an unknown group started shooting at police officers, and an officer shot back, hitting that 15-year-old suspect. This has caught the attention of many, like the president with the New Order National Human Rights Organization, who says he wants the gun violence in this community to end.
Just the fact the suspects that's doing these crimes are younger and younger. 15 years old. You're supposed to be being at home playing Atari or video game. You out committing adult crimes. That's unacceptable. I'm angry.
All of this happening on the park's opening day. We did receive a statement from officials from Six Flags over Georgia who say they do everything they can to protect people both inside and outside the park. At this hour, no information on any arrests. We do know that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is investigating. In Atlanta, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
Also want to let you know about this story that we're following as well. So the brother of the UGA murder suspect is actually expected in court. So, and that's happening today. The brother of the man charged of killing a 22-year-old nursing student, Laken Riley, making his first court appearance today. So it's 29-year-old Diego Ibarra who is actually charged with having a fake green card to get hired at the University of Georgia, but was then fired for not being able to submit other documents required to keep his job. But Ibarra is expected to appear before a federal judge in Macon. Again, this is not the UGA murder suspect. This is his brother. But, certainly a story of interest that we're going to continue to follow as well. Also letting you know about the latest involving Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. So we're learning now that we should get a decision within the next 2 weeks on whether to disqualify Ms. Willis from the Georgia election interference investigation surrounding the former president, Donald Trump. Defense attorneys for the former president and his co-defendants say the now admitted romantic relationship between Ms. Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade is a conflict of interest, that she financially benefited from that relationship and misused taxpayer funds. That's what they're alleging. Attorneys for Ms. Willis say this is just meant to embarrass her and distract from the case. We do have full coverage here on Atlanta News First Plus. You can be the first to know when the Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee actually makes a decision on whether DA Willis is disqualified from pursuing the indictment. All you have to do is just sign up for our alerts. Download our free Atlanta News First mobile news app. Okay, let's talk about this issue on the roadways in one neighborhood. So dozens of homes in Atlanta's Collier Hills neighborhood were without power after this tree damaged some utility lines. So I should say it's really not just an issue on the roadways. It's an issue that began with that tree, and this mess on the roadways, but obviously had a much larger impact with power. So the crews were called to Collier Road between Louise Howard Park and Tanyard Creek Park just before 2 o'clock this morning for that tree that fell on some power lines there. As you can see, it did cause a disruption in multiple ways, including to people trying to travel in and out of there. And at least one utility pole had been leaning over the street. Also damaged a section of the bridge that divides Howard Park and Tanyard Park. About 220 homes were impacted by the outage, according to Georgia Power. The power has since been restored. Collier Road has been blocked off between Overbrook Drive and Redland Road, so you do want to be cautious of that. Definitely that might possibly impact you. Okay, want to turn now to a look at the forecast. I'm going to trade places here with First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris and let him give you the full forecast, because that is what he does.
And good morning to you, Joy. So we have some changes happening here this week. It's going to be a wet week here across Metro Atlanta. Hello to you, everybody. We have 2 First Alert weather days that we do want to tell you about. The first is for Tuesday. That is tomorrow, with showers that will be moving into Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. So a heads up on that. The second day will be on Friday with more rain, even some heavier rain Friday that will be impacting us here in North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. So those are the 2 days that we want to focus on more than anything else as I take this full for you. Tuesday and Friday with rain around Metro Atlanta. So let's walk you through Tuesday. Tuesday morning as you get out the door, it'll be mostly dry, so your morning commute should be fine. By Tuesday at lunch, scattered showers, really light showers will start to impact parts of Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. And then throughout the evening on Tuesday, that rain will gradually increase. So it looks like the heaviest or the biggest impact will be Tuesday evening as you're driving home from work. We're not really forecasting any severe storms, but can't rule out a rumble of thunder or two. So just watch out for that. So rain Tuesday, that rain increasing throughout the afternoon and particularly in the evening. Our models are also showing this rain continuing during the overnight hours as we go into Wednesday. By Wednesday morning, there could be some spotty showers out there, but the coverage of rain will rapidly decrease throughout the day Wednesday, and Wednesday will be mostly dry. So that is why there's a 70% chance of rain on Tuesday, and then carrying over into early Wednesday morning at 40%. Wednesday afternoon dry, Thursday completely dry. I will say Thursday's like the best day and the entire First Alert 7-day forecast, 75 degrees and completely dry. And then as we get into Friday, there is another First Alert weather day for more rain. I'll say that this system looks like it'll be a bit stronger and produce more rain for us. So Friday is a concern for us already, as we could see some street flooding Friday going into Saturday, and we'll keep you up to date on that system as well. I want to show you our rainfall forecast from today through this upcoming Saturday. This is combining both storm systems Tuesday and Friday. And as you can see, we're looking at like 3 to maybe even 5 inches of rain in parts of North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. That's why we're concerned about the risk for flooding, especially by the time we get to Friday. A lot of this rain will happen on Friday that you see on this map, although Tuesday is a part of this as well. So that's the story this week. One thing I will say about this week, in addition to the rain, it's not really going to be cold, so you can put the jackets up, the coats up for now. Temperatures, highs are going to be in the upper 60s, low 70s this week. Lows are going to be in the 50s for the most part. So it won't be cold. It'll be fairly mild in the morning and warm in the afternoons. Doesn't look like it'll get chilly again until maybe next Sunday. So this week it's just mild with multiple opportunities for rain. Again, those highlights Tuesday and Friday. So we'll certainly keep you up to date on these rain chances. And the First Alert weather app, we hope you have an amazing Monday. We hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, we'll see you soon.